Hey guys, what's up? I'm Chesapeake. This is Chesapeake Hammock and Outdoors, and today's going to be a review on a top quilt I recently got from Hemlock Mountain Outdoors. I got their 50-degree ugly quilt. It's only ugly in name, so I'll give you guys a really good look at this. You guys can go over to Hemlock Mountain Outdoors, check Kurt's stuff out. He's got some awesome quilts that are extremely well priced. They're all synthetic, they're bare bones, but they're put together just like any other cottage manufactured quilt. So let's check it out. So like I said, this is the 50-degree. I got it in a custom short length. Since it's a summer quilt, I'm here on the water. I don't like a lot of extra quilt up around my face, so I got them to make it 60 inches long, so it comes up just to the top of my shoulders. Any more than that is just a bunch of extra fabric that I don't want to deal with when it's hot out. As you can see, you've got a lot of room down here in the foot box to really spread out. All of his quilts are made of 1.6 ounce Hyper D, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's 1.6, it might be 1.1. But if you're not familiar with Hyper D, it is a diamond ripstop. It's really smooth and silky soft. It's one of the softest fabrics you can get, but being it's 1.6 ounce, it's really durable. You got a bunch of different options for color. I got the woodland camo, which is $10 more, and then I got the coyote brown for the inside. Hopefully this is showing up really well. It's pretty cloudy today. So you got your ugly quilt tags right here. Hemlock Mountain Outdoors on the back. He's located in Pennsylvania, so not too far up the road from me here in northeastern Maryland. And he calls it an ugly quilt just because of the way it's put together. It's a very simple style of putting a quilt together, just very simple hems, and on the edge here you've got this just from the way he puts it together, there's this little fold here. So that's pretty much the reason he calls it an ugly quilt, because it's not, designed to be aesthetically pleasing, while it is still, it's a nice looking quilt. It's just a really simple way of putting it together. So it's a sewn foot box. You can also get a snap foot box. I'll flip it over here for you. As you can see, the front side. There's the front side of the quilt. It's just got a lot of room, so you can really spread out. Here is the stuff sack. It's made out of the same Hyper D as the quilt. You got the Hemlock tag there. In case you get multiples, he puts the temperature rating on it. I got a pillow in here right now, but this is pretty much the size of the quilt when it's packed. If you go back to my last video where I kind of gave like an update to what videos I'm going to be putting out recently, or here soon, I showed this quilt inside of the stuff sack. So if you want to get an exact idea of how big it's going to be, it is synthetic, so it's not going to pack down super small, but in that video you can see what it looks like in the actual stuff sack. But this is roughly the size of the quilt. So you just got one seam here on the front to hold the insulation in. This, like I said, this is a 50-degree, and it was a little under $100, I think. I'll put the exact amount in the description. But like I said, for you're not going to get a quilt like this. There's not many synthetic quilts on the market to begin with, cottage made. You got Arrowhead, you've got Hemlock, and other than that, I mean, you've got like Snugpak and Eno and your typical, your big box kind of mass-produced quilts. But as far as cottage made synthetic quilts, Arrowhead is the main one. So this is, and they're priced, just like a, they're not too bad priced. They're priced kind of around this range, but they're a little bit more expensive than Hemlock. I'm sure there's others if I can think of them. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but really go check out Hemlock Mountain Outdoors. Put in Chesapeake in the at checkout, and you get a 10% discount on your order. I've been using this quilt for about 2 months now, and I'm beyond impressed with it. It's the most comfortable summer quilt I have. He makes them to order, so when you order a quilt, he orders the fabric. So they might take a little while to get, but it's worth it. Like I said, they're all cottage made by Kurt in Pennsylvania. All the seams are, you know, just like any other cottage manufactured down quilt that you could get. But again, it's an ugly quilt just because of the way he puts them together. They've got a couple weird remnants from the way he sews it, but it doesn't do anything. You really can't even notice it. And then he also has the ugly quilt underquilts too, and they go from 50 degrees all the way down to 0 degrees, I believe. So if you need a really good priced synthetic quilt like me, I'm here on the Chesapeake Bay, so synthetics are a big part of my kit, and having a synthetic quilt that is durable and cheap, or not cheap, but you know, it's very inexpensive, but it's still, you know, bomb proof just like any other down quilt, is huge. Kurt's are still a really small company, but I think now that he has these underquilts out on, or these ugly quilts out on the market, excuse me, you're going to be hearing his name a lot more. So go check out Hemlock Mountain Outdoors. He also has hammocks. He's got a coyote pack hammock that he calls. He's got another one called the Red Tail. I think there's one or maybe two other ones, different types of hammocks. One has a bug net, one doesn't have a bug net. And then he's got, you know, he also does custom handmade canvas pouches. I gave 2 of those away in my 500 subscriber giveaway. So if you want to see what they look like, you can go back to that video and check them out. But other than that, guys, you know, I'm beyond impressed with my ugly quilt. I've been using it, like I said, for a while now, and I've got nothing but good things to say about it. It's warm, you know. Look at all the room you get in this quilt. It's, you know, it's cut like a sleeping bag without the zipper, you know. So if you're looking for a really good priced synthetic quilt that's not, you know, made in China somewhere, that you can get a custom size and still, you know, not pay an arm and a leg for, this is the one you want to go with. So I'm Chesapeake. This is Chesapeake Hammock and Outdoors. Taking a look at the Hemlock Mountain Outdoors 50 degree ugly quilt, Topquilt. I'll see you guys next time.